back to the Dynasty Football Maniacs. Whew. So this is going to be our last redraft for the season or beginning of the season. I don't know. Maybe Austin has another one lined up. I do have another draft lined up for Sunday, but it's for a Gillington league. It's not like a redraft. It's a little different. It's basically if you don't score the highest and you're the lowest in the group, you get cut. So it's an elimination league, basically.
Mhm.
This league is a standard. Well, no, it's not a standard redraft. It does have a quarterback flex. So you get a quarterback, two wide receivers, two running backs, tight end, wide receiver, tight end spot, a wide receiver, tight end, and a kicker in the defense. And then I believe we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bench spots. So that's 19 spots total.
Hmm.
So this is definitely going to be interesting. Me and Austin will both be drafting in this. So right now, the draft order is I am 3, and man, you are down the list to number 9.
Yeah, but I'm okay with 9 because
Yeah.
I mentioned it before that if I'm going to be at the end of it, I don't want to be 12 or 11 to be honest with you. But so I'd rather be around 8 through 10, if especially because of the quick turnaround, so I can go ahead and plan my 2 players that I want to get.
Right. So this is also college football weekend. So it's very difficult to sit here and record this. And yes, on the side of me, so you'll see my head turn like this. I am watching Notre Dame and Texas A&M. I'm
Oh,
sorry. I
yeah.
can't.
I,
I gotta kind of blink my eye over there and see what's going on. Even though I don't hear no sound, I'm like looking up, like, okay, we'll figure
don't
this one out.
don't worry, I'm doing the same thing. So
Yeah. So we'll go through this draft. And if we can cover anything else, we will. NFL is just around the corner. It starts Thursday. I can't believe it's here.
I'm
So
so excited.
I know the first week starts. Now, I thought, and maybe I'm misread something, but I'm looking at this draft board and they still have CD Lamb as NA. Didn't they agree on something?
Yeah, they signed him to a 4-year, $136 million deal. So I
Yeah. So,
honestly don't know why he's still in A. To be honest with you,
yeah, maybe Yahoo's just a little bit behind. It
maybe
happens. At the end of the day, you still want to draft CD Lamb. He was the best wide receiver last year. Doesn't mean he'll
he's
be the
gonna
best this year,
he's
but
gonna he's gonna play. He's definitely gonna play. He was a happy man when I saw him
now I don't
on
know how true it
social.
is, but I read an article that Jamar Chase asked just for a penny more than Justin Jefferson, and he'd be happy. If there's any truth to that, that is awesome.
Yeah, but will the Bengals actually give that? That's the question.
They weren't too far from it, so why not give him a penny more than Justin Jefferson?
Oh, well, sometimes they like to wait to the last minute before they do deals.
But I don't even know if that happened yet, so I haven't done that much research on that. I need to go back and check on it.
But
We might be outdated.
right now he ain't signed anything still. So
He did show up at practice, so that's a good thing.
yeah,
So let me.
I do believe he will play.
Ooh, I didn't mean to hit that button. I hope I didn't delete you. Nope, you're still there. It's like, wow, I just shut us off. I'm going to do a little research real quick here. I just want to get the updated news while we're waiting for this draft to start. So I knew CD Lamb's is done. Um, the latest on Brandon Ayuk,
He signed a deal.
yeah, he signed a contract deal.
Yeah, he'll be playing.
He'll be playing.
Hmm.
Jamar Chase, which I think that deal is going to end up costing the 49ers some things in the future, but we'll see.
I think somebody's gonna get traded.
Yeah, I do too. Not this year, but next year we'll see it happen. Um,
But hey, they wanted to get it done, so they got it done.
I was actually surprised. I thought really honestly, I didn't think they were going to stay with them, but you're not always right. But here we go, Jamar Chase. Uh, latest news on him. Nothing big. Oh, here we go. Oh, get over here. It says he'll be available for week 1.
Yeah, I
So
don't. I think just because if they don't get a deal done this year, I think he'll still play, and he'll definitely get one the following year.
yeah. So the reason why we're doing these videos on these drafts is to kind of give you guys a feel. And we wanted to cover the apps we played on. So we did cover a couple on the sleeper through the year, through the summer. We covered ESPN. Now we're on the wonderful Yahoo app. And I did one earlier in the year on Yahoo, but it was a mock draft. This is an actual league, an actual draft. So this ain't a mock draft. Right now, most of everybody's in there. There's a few that have not showed up yet. So it'd be interesting to figure out who we're missing. There's one name here I don't even recognize anymore. I can't remember who that is. I'll have to go look that one up. Most of them I know, except
Who
for
is
him.
that?
Soggy Bottom Boys. I can't remember who that was.
That's Sheridan.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay.
I done messaged him.
Yeah. Well, he
He's not
ain't.
responded.
Yeah, he hasn't showed up at any draft this year. Been busy, I guess. It happens.
Oh well, he's not that dedicated.
Oh, he is. It's just not right now. Uh,
Oh no, he's not that dedicated. He is during the season, but
yeah.
off
But it's
season,
not bad to read. I mean, sometimes it helps you out. Sometimes when you do that, it can hurt you, it can help you.
no, not if you want to win championships.
I've seen people win champions on auto draft. That's what makes me sick.
Yeah, and they don't deserve it either.
Huh.
You know what? Don't bring that up. I'm
All
not
right.
doing this again.
All right.
Drop it.
We won't get on that pedestal, and I'm gonna turn my
Oh,
head for just a second.
so okay. Well, while you do that, I got some breaking news.
What's that?
Apparently, the 49ers rookie wide receiver Ricky Pearsall was shot during a robbery in San Francisco's Union Square.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
That's horrifying.
wild. That's wild.
Wow. I did, and I just looked up. Well, I looked up Pacific people, so I didn't look up just news.
Right. No, that's fine. No, this just popped up. So, like, it literally just popped up like like not even 2 minutes ago.
Mm.
And
So
did you see Ray's chat?
no.
He sent a little chat out. I had just a random video come up and started try to give me some advice on what to do with my ninth pick. Did he do? Do
He
you?
asked a question like that. It's a snake.
Eh.
It's a snake. I'll make sure I didn't write snack. Uh, that would really confuse some folks.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, snack does sound good though.
yeah, snack is always good. Let's see here. So just to let you guys know, we are going to talk a little bit about college football this year. We're not going to when we talk about college, yes, we're going to pick our favorites and what we think is going on. Me and Austin got a little game going on. Pick them. So we're going to see who gets the best out of that. And we'll kind of discuss it later on. And then also talk about players that we think are going to be high potential. We're going to track players through the year and tell you how that list formulates because we could pick anything right now, but tomorrow could bring another day. So a player could get hurt and totally be forgotten about, or something happens and then that player that was number one is not there no more. So basically, what we're trying to do is prep you for the next rookie draft for Dynasty leagues next year and kind of show you how we scout through the college season and plus enjoy our college football. For the NFL side, we'll discuss who we think is the best and who we think is the worst, and we'll do our little pick 'em on that too. But we'll also talk about who's the best player to pick, and if we see a gem that just popped out that you need to grab a hold of off the waiver wire, we're going to give you our advice on who we think will be the best people to pick up on and take. Because after you draft your team, you draft your team. There's no point to us keep throwing rankings out through the season other than to let you know, hey, this guy might be sitting on your waiver wire because he wasn't thought about at the beginning of the season. There's going to be a lot of them players pop up through the season. It happens every year. Aaron Williams was the one last year. So there's never a season where you don't have a guy on the waiver wire that wasn't out there in the rankings. So it's coming. Oh, some more people are jumping in. So this ain't going to be as bad audited as I thought it was going to be. I know where a couple people are, and I know a couple people said they'd be hopping on a little late. And one popped in, popped out. He'll probably be back on in just a minute. This is a league that I am the commissioner of, but it's fun. I enjoy it. And I hear a little bell going off. We got 8 seconds until this bad boy starts. So are you ready, Austin?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. And it's going to be a guy on auto get the 101. So I'll tell you who he's going to get. Christian McCaffrey.
Oh man, I was gonna say Bijan.
Really? If he gets Bijan, oh well, it's too late.
That
Oh,
auto
wow.
draft. That auto draft was pretty fast.
Yeah, so it's me again.
What's your first pick?
You know, I'm going with it. I want a team with Bijan. I want one team with Bijan. I want to get on the Bijan train and have a little bit of it this year. So I'm going to go over here. And I don't want to go there.
Going Bijan.
So Tyler, okay. Tyreek Hill went off at the 104. 105, Jonathan Taylor. Brees Hall at the 106. Because of that pick, I pushed Brees Hall to the 106. How about that one? Barkley,
Hey,
I think, went a little too soon. I think that's a little jump. 107. Do you think that's too
that's
soon?
that is way too soon.
I
That
mean,
is
Barkley's
way
good.
too
Don't get me
soon.
wrong. I could see him at the end of the first round, not that soon. Jamar Chase, a little late for him. And what's really disappointing, I ain't seen Justin Jefferson come off yet. So I'm sure you're going to do that right now.
I want to, but at the same time, I'm worried about that. I'm really worried about that running back or that quarterback issue.
Quarterback issue. Oh, yeah.
Sam Darnold. I don't know if I trust Sam Darnold. I'll be really honest with you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Sun God.
Oh, St. Brown. I went with him in an earlier draft. I like him. He's a good
I
guy.
mean, I just don't believe in Sam Darnold.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is drop my cue down. So while this is going through, I know when I'm picking next. I'm going over here and I'm going to let you guys know what my next check down is going to be. Thank God. Well, no, I better shut up because there's someone on the other side of me that still drafts before me. So I
Dun,
will
dun,
hold,
dun.
I will hold that. I will
What
hold
wait,
that thought.
what is that advice that you were gonna give everyone, Ralph?
Uh,
People need to know these things.
yeah, but the thing is,
Uh,
I don't think people need to
he
know at this moment in time.
he literally went quarterback.
Again, or no, different. No, yeah, this is the first draft he's in with us. And yes, I don't blame him. He has struggled the last couple of years at quarterback. So I think he did a
Oh,
great pick. And Josh Allen
uh,
is a 101. Josh Allen's a
uh,
101.
I don't think you're gonna get back on that ADP with the wide receivers they got working with, but we shall see.
Yeah, the wide receivers are going off like water. I can't believe, well, now they are. They weren't in the beginning. It was running backs, and now it's wide receivers because it went running back, wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, running back, running back, running back, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, quarterback, wide receiver, and then a wide receiver.
Mm.
Woo! We're at the 202. Now he's thinking about his pick, and I'll if you know this guy personally, he is interested in football and he really knows his stuff. So let's see. I'm kind of curious to what and I'm gonna call it. I think he's gonna pick a wide receiver at this point. I think because he picked Josh Allen, I believe since all the big top name now, I could be now. Jamar Gibbs might end up on his team because he is an Alabama guy. Oh, he went. Whoa, Kelsey.
That
No,
that
no,
what the hell?
whoa.
You said you knew he knew what he was doing.
I
You
did,
said
and
he
he.
watched it.
Let's leave it at that. He
Are
might
you
have a.
are
He
you
has a
sure?
strategy.
Are you sure?
He has
I,
a strategy. I'm sure of it.
the strategy looks awful.
I think it's a wonderful strategy. I'm all for his team.
Bullshit.
Well, wow, I wasn't expecting that, but that's a good surprise. I like surprises. All right, so Derrick Henry. Woo! I knew he'd come off the board. Jamar Gibbs. Oh man, now I can tell you my secret.
Go ahead.
My secret is I'm going to grab. If he's still there, I'm going to take Marvin Harris. That is going to be my wide receiver.
I figured.
And Pukanukas went off, and I got 4 picks left. Oh, never mind. I lost Marvin Harris. Man,
Yes, you did.
someone's watching our show or
he was
reading my
watching.
mind.
He was watching this whole time. Kyron Williams. Travis Etienne. Chris
Oh boy.
Olave.
Oh, he took him. That's who I was else going to
Is that
go.
who you were going after?
Yeah, I'm really torn right now.
Who are you
Really
getting?
torn. I have to do something here because I have nothing going for me at wide receiver. But I don't trust Cooper Kupp. I like Mike Evans, but I also know he's going to have an issue. Devontae Adams, it's kind of thing. I'm not a Drake London fan. I'm sorry. I can't get on the hype train. Nico Collins is my best look, but I'm scared of Nico Collins, and I'll tell you why. Stephon Diggs scares me because of just the play there. You never know. You never know. DJ Moore scares me because of all the backfield. And I know I'm running out of time, so I will go with the craziness and draft Brandon Ayuk. And I'm not a believer in Ayuk, but I'm doing it this year. I'm going outside the box of norm for myself and trying something different. And let's see how it plays out. So, ooh, I don't know if that was a good pick. Be honest, man. Be
What?
honest.
Talk about Brandon Ayuk?
Yeah, it was a little too soon.
Nah. I think it's reasonable to be honest with you, especially if you're looking for a wide receiver.
So I'm back on the board.
Okay, so Isaiah Pacheco.
I'm going to go with this is my chance. This is a chance to go ahead and make it better. Wide receiver. I am going to go ahead and go with Nico Collins. I'm going to go ahead and take him.
Okay.
That pretty much covers my wide receivers. I got a pretty good running back right off the bat, so I think I'm not that bad off. What do you think
Right.
about Dallas signing Dalvin Cook? I think it's
Uh,
going to be interesting.
right now he's on the practice squad, but it could potentially turn into something.
I think it could turn into a lot.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
But
well.
you've always liked Dalvin Cook, so
Dalvin
nothing.
Cooks, look,
No matter what I say, it's not going to matter.
yeah, but I look at it this on the field, he's proven. No one's gave him a chance last year to prove himself. He went from 1,000 yards to nothing because they didn't play him. He was behind Brees Hall. It wasn't that he wasn't talented enough. He was behind somebody. So until you put the guy on the field and show that he's washed up, I don't know why
He's
we've done
washed up
signed. Well, they signed a deal because no one. There's got to be something to it. There's got to be something to it. Why?
because we ain't got no one else.
Well, if he ran 1,000 yards and he's never ran less than
He's
that,
still washed up.
yeah, well,
Just
lot,
just
lot of
accept
run.
it.
Well, he's gonna be because he's gonna be too old to run anymore.
Just accept
So,
it.
all right, There's some running backs that couldn't even get 1,000 yards if they tried. And they're still playing.
Washed up.
Okay. Wow. I'm looking.
I solidified my running backs. So now I need to solidify my wide receiver. And depending on if tight end is around my ADP, I might get one.
I think I might need to try to grab a quarterback next time around. I think I'm fixing to lose my chance of getting a quarterback.
If you're getting Jalen Hurts, you won't be able to.
No.
Because I won't be able to get Jalen Hurts by the time it comes to me. So wouldn't even
No.
matter. Unless they keep drafting them this way, then maybe.
I'm trying to think. I like Jaden Daniels a lot. Jordan
Mhm.
Love looks good. And everybody else is a guessing game.
Oh my! Oh, there goes
Now,
Jalen Hurts.
yep. And tight ends, I already have my eye focused on the one I want.
He already got a defense.
Who
What is
did?
he? Blaine. Blaine did.
Oh, I got to go back to the draft results.
Blaine's already got it. He already nabbed a damn defense.
You mean the Bandits done got the San Francisco defense, huh?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
No, I'm getting me a quarterback.
I figured you would. Lamar Jackson. Okay. Okay, good pick. Good pick. It's a better quarterback than him.
Than him. Who was you thinking?
Jalen Hurts. Oh, he's already picked. Never mind.
No, I can't get Jalen Hurts.
I see that.
He was already picked before me, so I had to go with Lamar.
Yeah, that's still a bad pick. Joe Mixon.
Yeah, talking about this guy who won the MVP last year, but whatever.
You talking about CJ Stroud?
CJ Stroud didn't win the MVP last year.
He was the best rookie last year.
Lamar Jackson won the MVP.
I know, but
Just
oh,
just get over it.
I don't know if we should be calling this guy's name out, but it's all good.
No, let's not.
Yeah. He just okay. Now these teams are looking pretty good. I mean, oh, he did that because he knew I was picking him.
Oh,
I think this guy knew me. I think he intentionally did that pick just to see me squirm. And yes, you made me squirm.
yes, he did.
I had him on my queue. I was going to get him.
Well,
Wow.
who you going with now? You still going quarterback around this?
Oh yeah. I'm getting the guy I want.
Wow, that's well. I mean, we always say go with the guy you really want, but
And he's untested. There's no records.
that is a big ADP jump in my
Hey,
opinion.
I
But hey,
remember there's a many a
you
times
could
I
have
did
got
it and
you
I've
could
been
have got a really
successful.
good running back or wide receiver around this area before you even
Yeah,
got
well,
him. But
yeah, well,
hey, you do
I
you,
got,
brother. You do you.
yeah, but there was someone else already talking about getting him, so I had to take him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I knew someone else was going to grab him soon.
Oh, well, okay. Well,
I kind of knew.
this is you we're talking about, so I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and good. I'm glad my other little star gem hasn't been taken yet. That I think will be very successful
Well,
this year.
I got a
That just
couple.
solidified my running back room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's a lot better running back than a lot of people are giving him credit for. He is a
Man,
sleeper. Samar White
man,
is going to look
I
really good this year.
I have an idea as long as nobody takes it from me.
Well, you
Wait,
draft 2 times before me, so if you're going to draft him in the next 2 picks, you're
well,
perfectly fine.
auto draft will take them before I can get them, so
Well,
I
tell
won't
me
be
what it
able
is so
to.
I can try to jump ahead of you.
Oh, you're gonna try to jump ahead of me?
I am the commissioner.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have that many people if you did this.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. So what you going to do?
Oh, he didn't get it, so I can get my tight end.
Dalton Kincaid,
No,
Sam Laporta,
no.
Trey Benson, Trey McBride. Whoa. Greg Benson was a running back. I got him mixed up.
Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't tell you. Yeah, because I was kind of questioning who you were going with. But
Yeah. So I'll
yeah,
tell you a
you.
little secret. He was my next pick, and I was thinking about picking him before I picked Jaden Daniels. So I did you a favor.
I still got to solidify my wide receiver, but I couldn't pass on the quarterback and the tight end around this
No, no,
ADP.
no,
I
no, no,
had to.
no. So right now,
There's a lot of.
I am surprised at how this draft is going.
I
Woo-hoo.
am. I am too.
So position grid draft. Uh, only 7 quarterbacks have went off the board, and we are in round 6. Oh my! And there's 12 teams. Oh, another one went off the board. Kyle Murray just went off the board at the 6-3.
I gotta finish getting solidifying my tight end or my wide receiver room, and with Jamar Chase probably gonna play. I would like to get T. Higgins, but at the same time, he's still playing with Jamar Chase, so that could go either way. So I think I'm gonna go with the ball hawk. I call him ball hawk, but he's basically a vacuum cleaner. That's my wide receiver number 2.
Deontay Johnson. That was one of my late picks. I think he's going to do great this year. I think he is going to contribute to the Carolina. So let's see what the dazzling team pulls out. I like the quarterback they got. I love the wide receiver. And they got one of my favorite tight
Who's
ends,
the quarterback? Who did they get?
Anthony Richardson.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I've
that's
got a
a
lot. I've got a lot of hopes for him.
yeah. And that was another toss up. I was like, I like Anthony Richardson and I also like Jaden Daniels. And I wanted to really truly go with the quarterback that was going to be special this year. So I went with Jaden Daniels.
Right.
So
Hey, you shoot your shot.
yeah.
You
And
either
I don't draft every team identical. I mean, I do to a point, but I don't. So I do look at trying to mix things up to see what other results will bring me, different patterns. Um, I still go by tier, by ranking. I'm not a big ADP guy. I usually go by
really.
stats and projections. So everybody has their own strategy.
Hmm.
So I'm debating at this point. Am I going tight end next, or am I going to go ahead and clean up my quarterback room?
Hmm.
Because I have a feeling quarterbacks are going to start slinging off the board soon.
Uh, well, I mean, that just depends, I reckon.
Yeah. See what we got out there lifting. See, one of my quarterbacks I already have queued up is still left. But, I'm not ready to pick him yet. See what we got at tight end. Hmm. They're talking a lot of talk and screaming a lot of scream, and he's been a disappointment every year. I think at this point in time, I'm going to take the risk
Hmm.
because I've never drafted him.
Just get him already.
I'm going to take Kyle Pitts.
Of course.
So I've never drafted Kyle Pitts in any other league or in any other team since he's been playing in the NFL. But they have this hype train that he is going to be extraordinary this year. So let's see if that hype train has any truth to it. The projections have him there.
Hmm.
And I think a lot of it is usually when Kirk Cousins is on a team and he is the quarterback, tight end does get a lot of love. So, I mean, it could have some, I mean, it could happen. And he's talented enough to carry it.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it's not a bad choice, not at all, but it's questionable. And I will go back and grab the quarterback. Well, the quarterback I had is gone.
So
Jordan
yeah.
Love has left the field. Uh,
So you got Joe Burrow around this area.
I'm not going to touch Joe Burrow again.
Okay.
He falls into my Dak thing.
Dax.
I still like
Dax
Dak.
plays
Dak's
better.
Dax. Yeah, Dak's Dak. I've won championships with Dak. Broken and useful. So I've done it both ways. I just don't feel like dealing with Dak anymore.
Well, you don't have to because somebody else then drafted him.
Yep. So he's out of my thing. But what I like and what I got a little flavor for, and it's a little dangerous,
Clearly.
I'm not going to get a quarterback. I am looking, and I know I'm running out of time again. Oh, I don't like him.
Well, you better hurry like somebody because you only got 7 seconds.
I just went with it. Oh,
Okay, I see.
I just went with it. I wanted another running back, and that was really a tough choice because there was some I didn't even want to put on my team because of scariness and too soon. But I wanted to get at least the top one right now. No. I'm going to go back to wide receivers and start nailing off the ones I want. Remember Hollywood Brown, he's going to be out for a little bit, so don't be jumping on top of him right away. He's not that great. Lad McConkey is looking very promising. So even though he's a rookie and he's low on the ADP, you might want to start considering him, especially in this kind of a round. We're in the what round are we on now? We're on the seventh round. This is
Yeah.
a 19 round draft. Yeah, you should be considering him if you're looking for a wide receiver. Players, let's see, wide receivers. Yeah, he's down there a little bit still, but he's around the one ADP. He's around between 115 and 16. No, average is 122. So, I mean, I like him. I do. I really do. So let's see if we can see round by round. It's a little bit ways off. Baltimore went off the board too. Wow. Huh. Everybody has drafted a quarterback at this time. No one has two quarterbacks. So there's 12 quarterbacks off. No one has two. Bunch of people's drafted running backs, wide receivers. They're pretty much off the board.
Yeah, I went ahead and grabbed another wide receiver. Out of all of them, I was debating on either wide receiver or running back around this area, but I kind of wanted a piece of the Jordan Love offense, so I had to go with Jaden Reed.
Oh, I don't blame you. I would have. I wonder if this is the last year for Raheem. I wonder if this is going to be the year.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be.
I want to say it is, but I said that last year, and I want to say it again, and it doesn't happen. So I'm like, I'll let someone else say it. Dallas went off. Wow.
Did he? Okay.
Dallas defense.
Some people want to go ahead and get it.
Oh, I know why people pick a defense in this league. I got bonuses for defense and tight ends. I forgot that.
He's got a kicker too.
Yeah, well, they both have bonuses in this league. They're high bonuses. You remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, defense can score just as good as a
Well,
running back.
I'm just waiting. Yeah, I ain't worried about that.
Yeah. So some of you now I forgot. You got to remember always remember when you're drafting a league, remember the draft settings. And yeah, I know I'm the commissioner. I forgot, but I'm in a lot of leagues, and I did forget we did that as like a humorous thing. We made the kickers and the defense magnificent players for this league. Why not have a league where you get a lot of love for them positions?
Mm-hmm.
It makes it more interesting. Oh man. Okay. Me and Phenomenon is going to have a little talk in the corner. So this is the second time he took a player of mine. Either he's reading my board or something's going on here, but that was supposed to go on my team. But I'll take a deep breath. I'll step back. and accept the fact that I lost out again. So now I have to go back to the drawing board, giving me only 33 seconds to decide what I'm going to do. Oh, I've done
Yeah.
him in every league, and I don't know if I want to do him again. Oh, why not? Got to have a piece of the Kansas City team. Now I have drafted him in almost every team I have in fantasy. And I was so against him at the beginning of the season or this whole breakdown. But watching him in preseason and what you see out of camp, he's pretty impressive. So maybe I might be doing the right thing by picking him. But I really wanted Brian Thomas Jr. before him. So I'm looking at the draft results again. And I'm going to glance over here to see if any scores are up because I ain't even paid attention.
Well, right now it's 3-3.
Oh, okay. So you've been paying more attention than I have. Woo, that must be a good game. Now I'm going to tell you, there's some players on Texas A&M's team, and there's some players on Notre Dame's team, but there's a defensive lineman that I think might end up being very good for Texas A&M. And I think we know he's going to be going for the NFL, and the NFL is looking at him. We'll talk about that at a later time. All right, let's see. You got Christian Watson that went off, another Green Bay guy, another defense. I think it's time that I get a defense because this league does matter on defense. And if I don't grab a defense, I'm going to regret it. So I am wasting time sitting here trying to find a defense. Let's see here. Defense, team defense. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I am going with Pittsburgh might not have an offense, but they definitely have a defense. And then the other defense team I'm going to grab is I already got it highlighted because I'm going to get another defense guy. I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way. There's another defense. This year they're not that bright. I'm not going to get them. Let me just take them off the board. There's some promising defenses that are coming up that I'm looking at, but that's not one of them. Oh man, it's tough. Let's see what the kickers are left. Oh, there's a lot of kickers still left. There's some good ones left too. So when you're picking a kicker, who do you usually try to get? What team do you usually always? Who's your go-to kicker? Because everybody has their go-to kicker.
Not mine. The way I do it is I look at the offense and I just look for the offense that I believe that is going to score a lot or get close to the red zone a lot. And then I go with that kicker because the more times they score and the more times they're able to move the ball up and down the field, the more chances your kickers get.
You got a good point. All right, I look at stats and my favorites. So the ones I've been high on for the last couple of years has been Evan McPherson and Young Hoku from Atlanta. Another one I like a lot that's coming out is the kicker from Alabama, Will Reichart. And the other one, I don't want to say I like him, but I do like him, Jake Moody. Now you say, why don't you want to say you like him? Now he is a Michigan guy, so sometimes it's hard to get that out. But I do at the end of the day, because when it comes to the fantasy point, I don't really care where they played at, as long as they're playing good for me. And he did pretty good his rookie year as a kicker. I mean, he wasn't bad. San Francisco gets in the red zone a lot. So hence Moody did very well. Yes, he missed a few last year, but not many. His percentile was pretty good. And I've always been a big Koo fan, so I do try to draft him a lot. And that's usually who I stay around. And I always look for that new rookie coming out. Who's going to be the next generation kicker? And usually in leagues like this, because it's not a dynasty, I will pick a kicker and drop a kicker during his bye week. Unless he's like there's really nothing left out there on the waiver wire, because sometimes that does happen. I might hold on to him and pick someone up and drop off a player that's not doing that well.
I just went ahead and grabbed me a kicker.
I need to see who you grabbed, because if you grabbed anybody I just mentioned, you and me are going to have a talk. Oh my God. But that's fine. I wasn't going to pick Jake Moody this year, so I'm good with that. At least you took my advice.
No,
Michigan guy. But I think you
it
took that
doesn't
advice
matter.
because of the red zone and that whole activity that occurs. All right. So, yes, I believe Cortland Sutton's going to be decent this year. I believe Bo Nix is really going to show out, and I'm excited for Bo Nix. I hope he does have that great season. And just because I mentioned his name, I mean, I'm not putting a veteran quarterback on my team this year.
Go ahead and grab him then.
No, I got to wait and see. I got to figure out his bye week. Is it
I know.
14-2?
No, 7.
No, it's 14. It's showing his bye week 14.
Oh,
Bo
so you're getting
Nix.
all. Oh, okay.
No, I can't get him. So I'll go with Old Faithful. And you're like, who's Old Faithful? I'm not going to draft Old Faithful. He's too soon. So I'll go back to all players. I'm going to grab Zach Moss.
Mm-hmm.
Grab another running back, put on that field. I am surprised everybody is staying away from Caleb Williams. We're like way past the 108 in the ADP, and no one's grabbed him. Well, no one's grabbed Jared Goff either. So Jonathan Brooks is scary for a redraft because of the injury and what he's listed as. Austin Eckler looks pretty good in the position and the role he's going to be playing for Washington.
Caleb Williams just got picked.
Just finally, after we sit there. So we're at the 123. And that is now pick 11-3. I am going to grab Lad McConkey. And he is average on the ADP is 122. So it's not like I'm reaching down the ropes there to grab someone, but he would be an interesting add-on. I think he's going to have a lot of competition. I think there's some sleepers there at the Chargers that we are not willing to put out there yet. In my dynasty league, I have Brendan Rice. Would I draft him right now in a redraft? No. Because he's going to be on the waiver wire.
You basically have a dynasty team.
Yeah, I do right now. You would think I'm drafting dynasty right now. I guess I draft so many dynasty, it's habit. But no, I think I got a pretty good team. I think I got a solid team. Zach Moss is no dynasty. He's there.
Yeah,
Kyle
but
Pitts is no dynasty. Nicole
yes, he
Collins.
is. He's only 23 years old.
And
He's only
feels like
23 years old
it feels like he's been in there longer than that.
because he came into the league at 20 years old.
Oh, maybe that's where I get the confusion at. When do I
Yes.
pick again? Let's see. Oh my God, I'm way down there. We're leaving round 11. We're going into round 12. And in round 12, I pick at the 142, which is go to here, draft result. Would be pick 12-10. So Chase Brown went off. Oh, someone grabbed my Houston. I was hoping Houston was still there when it came around. I didn't think anybody grabbed Houston, but I should have known.
I just solidified my quarterbacks.
I see that. Jared Goff is off the board. Did I clean up my quarterbacks yet? No, I did not. I need to get a quarterback next. Got a little ways to go. So let me take out my queue here because I ain't got nothing in it. Still ain't got a kicker. I'm putting in bench people now, but I got to watch out bye weeks. So right now, my running backs, I have 2 running backs, 12-12 bye week. which is not good. I need to get another running back. Can't rotate 12s out. Leave me shot. Oh, no, no, no. I take that back. I forgot about Swift. I had Swift. So I got 2 and 2. I got 2 that are non-12 and 2 that are in 12. So that's really not too bad. What's left on running backs? That's a curiosity. Let's see here. We're going to bring up running backs just to kind of see. I'm going to start adding thing. Okay, he's promising. He's promising. He's a question mark. Oh, it just jumped and moved. And where did he go? Oh, they already drafted him. That's a good thing. I was about to say, you better not be on this board. Um, Yeah, the rest of that is really nothing to look at. Not in a redraft, anyways. Not right now. Be good pickups. I mean, I think the really only thing left at running backs that could be promising is Trey Benson. Blake Corum, I could put him fourth out of that group. And then I have Trey Benson listed, then Ezekiel Elliott, then J.K. Dobbins, and then right behind them, I would put Blake Corum. I don't think Zach Charbonnet is going to do that well. Rico could take the backfield. They say he is, but you know how rumors are. I'd have to see it to believe it. And Tyler Algier, he is handicapped with Bijan. There's nothing to say other than that. Antonio Gibson, he's handicapped now with Ramon Stevens. And honestly, Ramon Stevens is better than Antonio Gibson. Gibson is a good outside runner, but in between the tackles, you got Ramon. And Ramon can run outside too. So at the end of the day, I don't see you like, I would not, like I would if that, like I was like having to put depth as a running back, I would grab it. So I'm going with a kicker finally, since all my kickers are leaving me. No, Evan McPherson's still there. Wow. I'll draft him. He'll get fired this year. Another one on week 12. What am I doing? Am I all my players taking bye on week 12? What's going on here? I mean, I love week 12. I mean, every team I draft for is week 12. I think I'm going to run into a situation. Now I'm coming up again. I want to look at the wide receiver core because I want to grab another wide receiver because let's see. 14, 9, 6. No, I think I'm better off going back to the running back because I got a while back for tight end. I ain't even thought about that yet. Tight end's getting like null involved. So I guess I need to get a tight end. Um, oh, ain't really a whole lot of choosing here. There's two tight ends I'm very interested in. Way too early for them. Well, I don't know. Average pick is 130 for him. We're at the 147. I'm going to go with him. I have a tendency to put him on a lot of my teams. That's Cole Kmet. So, and I didn't even bother to check to see if my tight end was on the set. Okay, good. 12 and 7. Okay. Whew. That's the problem with redraft. You got to think about that stuff. A lot of people don't get it. I've seen teams mess up where they draft a team, and what hurts them is the game that matters. 50% of their teams on a bye week. I mean, that's why you never draft from the same team. You kind of mix it up, and especially your backups. You can't always get like this ain't a dynasty league. In a dynasty league, what you try to do is you go and get the backup to help you out. But I am going to clear all the running backs off my. Nope, I'm going to keep them open because I still need to get. Oh, all of them gone anyways. The only one left that I mentioned earlier is J.K. Dobbins. Everybody else has done been drafted. So let me go back to the draft results because I'm getting behind. So after I picked Komet, Keon Coleman went off for Buffalo. We talked about Koo. He's went off at 13.5. Curtis Samuel went off at 13.6. Tyler Bass, 13.7. Jacoby Myers, 13.8. Pat Fearmouth, 13.9. Joshua Palmer, he could be wide receiver 1. 13.10. Zach Charbonnet, 13.11. Rico Dallas, 13.12. and Kirk Cousins finally comes off the board, and I am really scamping on quarterbacks now. So if I sit here keep talking and I don't grab me a quarterback, I'm just going to end up messing myself. And
Mm.
I cannot believe Chuba Herbert is still like churning. I mean, he ain't gave up. He is
Nah,
churning.
he's gonna be starting until Jonathan Brooks gets healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's older and he does have health issues sometimes, but when he has the ball, he churns. It ain't no. Oh, I forgot all about Mitchell. And that was,
Ah,
oh man.
yeah,
Oh, and I
yeah.
see who picked him.
Ah,
Oh, took him off my keyboard.
ah.
Oh man, too
Oh
soon, too
my
late. Oh, snooze, you lose.
man, I like him.
And talking about my last running back, there he goes to the Soggy Bottom Boys. I lose J.K. Dobbins. And the next team, we're going to just call it This Is a B. Josh Downs just left.
Ah,
Now, okay, this guy's been picking everybody I've been picking before I pick him.
you think he's gonna do it again?
If he picks my quarterback, I swear to God, I will flip my desk for you guys. I don't know if I should have said that because then that would be bad if I didn't do it, right? Oh, dude.
Just have a mini desk and then
Yeah, I got to go I'll go get that desk out of our playhouse, bring it in here and flick it. So then
yeah, there you
I
go.
keep my word. Uh, yeah, let's see. Okay, he's thinking about it. So he's saying, what would Ralph pick? That's what he's saying right now.
Yeah, basically. What
He's
would
like, I
Ralph
got
pick?
him. I know I'm irritated him all day. Oh, let's see. Oh, should I tell you? Okay, who did he pick?
Nah, that
Bill
ain't yours.
Reichard. Nope,
That ain't
nope.
you. See, you're
I had
good.
him in my queue, but I wasn't picking him this time.
Okay.
I am going to go ahead and do it. Oh, I can't because he's the same bye week. Oh,
Mm.
see, I almost messed up and did it. Uh, Old Faithful. I've done this on every team. He is my backup on every team. He will be my backup for this team. The only guy that gave this guy any respect out of college and thought he was actually a good quarterback. I am taking you, Baker, because I have faith in you.
Oh.
If any football player needs a hug, he does.
Oh well, I know the person who's willing to give it to him.
Yeah. It might look a little awkward.
Nah, not with you.
Not with me. No, it'd be natural.
Yeah,
I'm a,
exactly.
I'm a hugging type of guy.
Exactly.
But I think he had a great career. I think he had a great career in college. He never had an opportunity to win a championship, but the skill set and the stats, probably one of the better college football quarterbacks that were ever out there. And then a lot of people don't give him credit, but he was the turning switch for the Browns. He just wasn't at the mature level to hold it. And that's what broke that all down. There was a time when the Browns couldn't even think of a win. They were actually going to give away free beer when the win happened. So, and then came Baker, and then the wins started rolling in, and then they became that team everybody talked about.
Mhm.
So they weren't talking the negative thing about him anymore. But then, yes, there was issues with the front office, Baker, the coach, everything. They had a lot of issues going on. So, oh, it's my pick again,
Yep.
and I'm sitting here running my japper. Uh, let's see. I got to go back to running backs.
15 seconds.
I go to wide receivers. I'm gonna. Oh, I did that quickly. Woo! I've been wanting to grab him. I haven't grabbed him yet in any draft. The reason
Yeah.
why I wanted to grab him now is because I wanted to put him on a team. I do have confidence in him. I think he has a high potential, a high ceiling at
You
New
wanna know
England if everything works out right, but we won't know until it happens.
what's funny?
What?
I just realized that I have a stack on my team,
Oh, oh,
which is good. And because, I've drafted the Sun God, Amara St. Brown, right?
mm-hmm,
Then in the later rounds, I wound up grabbing Jared Goff.
mm,
So, a lot of people might not think about this, but some stacks like that are really lethal. I mean, there's especially if you had the Dak and CeeDee Lamb stack last year, that won you championship. So, you don't ever want to go in a draft and try to stack, but if it winds up the draft comes around to you and you so happen can get a stack, that might be something you should take a shot at because it's worked out a lot of times in most cases.
Yeah, it does. When you have a stack of a quarterback and a wide receiver. So I want to look at the tight ends. I want to see what's left. Okay, my guy's still there. I'm not saying he would still be there by the time it gets to me again, but I'm going to keep him on my queue. Then I am going to go to wide receiver. Now, Austin doesn't know who I have, but you guys are seeing who I'm going through. So you've seen who was highlighted. So we need to keep an eye on Austin. Well, now you see a lot more than what I had highlighted. I brought up the whole internet for you. That was a special trick that I learned a long time ago. It's called move the mouse to the left.
Well, you did a good job.
Yeah. So right now, Austin can't see my board, what I'm drafting. All he can see is his draft board. But what we're recording is my draft board. So you guys are watching me queue up the players that I'm getting next. And I got to keep my mouth hushed because some of these players are so good that if I spill my beans, someone else could grab them.
Yes. Or you could go ahead and talk about them. I mean,
Yeah,
you
I could
know.
talk about them and then watch you pick them anyways. Uh, that is so sad to hear about Ricky Pearsall. I mean, I have to go look that up.
Well, I just got an update just a while ago that apparently he is stable and the person who was doing the shooting has been caught.
Oh, good, 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 good. That's horrifying.
So he is doing great from what I
And
can
so
tell.
I'm not saying he'll probably be in the season. I would stay away from Jahan Dotson. No offense. But Jahan Dotson was traded
Well,
to the Eagles.
he's behind AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. So
Yeah, yeah. So it's not like the best thing. Now, Adam Thielen, yes, you got Deontay Johnson there, but he is a veteran. So if you need to stash something on your bench, he could be a possible help. Now, how much activity he does this year, I don't know, but he's a natural catcher. And sooner or later, that's going to catch up or he's not going to be there no more. But I don't think it's this year. I think we got one more year. Quentin Johnson for the Chargers.
mhm.
I don't, no offense, man. I know when you came out of college, yes, you did a great job. But when it comes to Joshua Palmer and Lad McConkey, I just, I just
it's
think there's too much there.
I
I just,
would I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole.
he's like an Elijah Moore. He has a moment and he doesn't. And I like Elijah Moore a lot. I just wish that other people would like him, like the quarterbacks that throw to him. I shouldn't probably say that like that. I'm so sorry. Let me see. Do I want another quarterback? No, I got two. No. In a league like this, there's no point to have more than two unless you get a quarterback hurt. But on this league, I will double up the kicker and double up my defense because it's important. So he's still there that I want. Oh, well, let me make sure they ain't signed bye week like I almost did the other day. Okay, they had different bye weeks. Let me look at the defenses that are left. Team defenses. There really isn't a whole lot like appetizing, like jumps out and says, "Oh, take me." And when I say they get bonuses in our leagues, these guys score up to 300 points, just the team. So it's like because the what you're seeing right now is based on the scoring of our league. So yeah, that's what you're seeing, 367 fantasy points. Oh, it's my turn again.
Yes. I guess I need to start telling you it's your turn.
Because I talk, I just run off. Okay, so I got Pittsburgh as my defense, right? They're
Yep.
week 9. Um, what do I think is going to be a shining star this year and exciting to watch? And I am going to go with. All right,
8
I'm good.
seconds.
I was so iffy on that.
Okay, you didn't get the one I wanted.
I was so iffy. It's like it was between these two, and I wonder if it was the one that you wanted. Was
I
the
don't
other one that I was thinking about? And I'm gonna tell you and tell me if it's it. I was looking at Green Bay.
Nope, that wasn't
No.
it.
Okay. So I wouldn't have got either one of yours.
Mm-mm.
So I'm not going to draft another defense. So you could tell me who it is.
I was thinking about getting Atlanta.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get them right now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go ahead and get my backup kicker, and I'm going to tell you who I put out there. No, better yet, I want my tight end.
Yeah, might need to get another one.
Yep. And guess who I'm picking? The
Who's
guy from
that?
Washington, Ben Sennett.
Oh, the
So
Senator.
the Senator. So I think he did great. Looking forward to him at Washington. Um, it, it might be a little too soon because I know we had a rule there with tight ends coming out on their rookie year, but at any time they can go revert back to what it used to be. So it's like it's a risk I'm willing to take because I really like Ben Sennett. And
I
at the
think
end
he'll
of the
take over
day,
that field.
I think he will. And if it's not this year, there's plenty other that are still going to be on a waiver wire that could substitute. Because I have Kyle Pitts, I have Komet, and now I've added Sennett. So tight ends are no more. The only thing I'm going to pick next is probably a kicker, a wide receiver, or a running back. So I have my wide receiver picked out. I have my kicker picked out.
Mm.
And honestly, them two will trump the current. The only way I would pick the current running back that I have picked is if them two go off the board before we get to them.
Hmm.
So you guys can look at my queue, see the three players I have. Now, I'll tell you, I don't know if I'm going to kicker or the wide receiver first. I'm probably going to go with the wide receiver first because technically, if I'm even lucky, because you got a guy over here thinking, there's a very high chance that probability that Austin or someone else is going to pick him up because he's
Oh,
not that bad of a wide receiver.
well, don't you worry right now about that.
Okay. And I just like dropped my whole team down so you couldn't see anything. Didn't mean to do that, guys. Here, I'll bring up my team again. So, or maybe you guys want to see that queue to see how that plays out. So let's leave that open so you guys know, the audience knows the three players I got lined up. And Austin will know as they go off the board. I'll let him know if they go off the board. So,
Okay.
we got a lot of auto drafts now because it's late in the round. We're on our last two rounds. So I don't really need to look at players no more. I need to just look at the rounds. So everybody's pretty much dropping auto. There's a few live drafters still on here. We're going to start seeing tons of leftover players like kickers and defense. And if you didn't pick up enough wide receivers and stuff, you'll start seeing people's benches just fill up with the next random person. So how does that work on auto draft? Normally on auto draft, what happens is it fills position first and then fills rank next. So here's your current rank right now of players. You see one of them guys that I have on there most likely will not be around now. I did not realize he was that high up on the ADP until now. He's third on my list, and the
you
guys that I
getting?
have ahead of him are like, here, I'll just tell you, I had Ray Davis as the running back.
Oh,
And,
really?
and in auto draft, if it's auto drafting and they have their positions filled and they're going bench, he's the second one off the board.
Hmm.
So you got Daryl Mooney and Ray Davis next in line for auto draft. And really, honestly, none of them guys are going, but then you got to understand not every team is draft a kicker or a defensive player yet. So it will fill position before it fills bench. So when it starts filling benches again, that's when that whole ADP list will kick in again. Daryl, Ray, all them guys will drop off because that's how this is based on is ADP average. I'm surprised these auto drafts are going and them two ain't leaving yet. Now it's my turn. But even though he's up there, it's not what I wanted.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, I am still going to wait on my kicker. And since my wide receiver has survived, I will take him. So Xavier Liggett, welcome to my
Okay.
team. And look, my phone even went off when I made that pick. ESPN said, Ralph picked Xavier Liggett in round 18.
Okay.
You're like, whatever. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
So let me tell you who
Hey,
I'm
it's a
going.
good thought, though.
Since my next pick, it was either between Ray Davis or Will Reichart. I want a kicker, and I'm gonna go ahead and gamble. I'm gonna take Ray Davis if he doesn't get drafted, and I'm gonna just do without a kicker until it's time to put a kicker on the board. I will work my kicker magic to a waiver wire this year because I don't want to leave Ray Davis out there. I just have something about him, and nothing against James Cook.
I
Something about
convinced
Ray
you.
Davis, and it's all Austin's fault for introducing me to that Kentucky film. We'll blame him at this point because now I'm not just drafting him in a redraft. I put him on a dynasty team. Redraft, it's like he's becoming my new rookie love. So we'll blame Austin for that one. Here we
Oh
go.
man.
We will grab Ray Davis, and I'm excited to do this. I just have this gut feeling, and I've had Yahoo tell me like I'm like gutsy on some moves, and then at the end of the year say, "Oh, that was a good pick." There's some rookies. I picked Jonathan Taylor when he was a rookie early, and I got like a bad grade on my draft because of that. And then I picked Chris Olave, and when he was a rookie, and there was other wide receivers above him, and it turned out to be a good pick. I mean, I'm telling you, Ray Davis gives me that feeling, and I don't know why. I didn't have it in the beginning. I have it now. So wow, Texas A&M up 6, Notre Dame 3,
Yep.
3rd and goal.
Yeah, Notre Dame's in the red zone, so we'll see if they're
Yeah,
able to
I see that
score.
Notre Dame's in the red zone. That's scary, but still, that's a game. That's a game. I can't wait to let's get this draft over with. I'm excited. Football's here. I'm watching some games today. I mean, you had Ohio State go out there. They played against the Akron. They did their business. Georgia, my God, they did their business. I think Clemson, I don't want to be mean. I felt like when you watched the game, it felt like they threw in the towel. And maybe they didn't. I'm not saying they did. It just didn't look right. And in Texas, it was Texas. I mean, they played Colorado State. They just lit that world up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure Alabama's doing good against Kentucky or Western Kentucky or whoever they're playing today.
It's
Uh,
Western Kentucky.
I don't really know the score. I hadn't looked back on that one yet.
Hang on, I'll tell you. It is halftime, and Alabama's winning
Oh,
42-0.
there you go. So look at this draft result. Wow, we are one more on the clock, round 19. Jahan Dotson went off at the 1911.
Mm,
Someone has faith. Uh,
yeah.
it's on his bench. So it's like you could drop and pick something else up. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it never fails. Don't get disappointed in your draft. Because in a redraft that's small like this, there is many players still on the waiver wire, and people can't hog them up that are going to end up being stars. And what you got to do is pay attention to the football season, the information that's getting put out there, and go for that. Like, watch for that player because when that player shines and starts, don't wait. You go out and grab them, get them, replace them with someone on your team that's not performing. Don't waste that opportunity because I'm Karen Williams, and that's a good example. Puka Nuka is another good example. They don't they're not ranked when they come out. So people don't really look at them. They don't end up getting drafted. They're sitting out there waiting to be grabbed. I picked up Justin Herbert on a waiver wire when they rolled Dak's leg. And that's what won me the championship. That was Justin Herbert's rookie year. People didn't know he was going to be that star. So don't ever get disappointed. Now is this guy taking that long or did I miss something?
No, the draft is complete. What it's saying.
Yeah, but it's still saying he's showing them on the clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or
It
maybe I
just
need to hit
says
refresh.
it just says draft complete on mine. It's got a countdown.
Oh, I just went into an error server. We'll do a
Mm.
little edit on that. So what I want to do is go back out of this and show you guys a little tool that I do like about Yahoo. This is a Yahoo draft. They do have an overview of the draft and draft analysis and how are your picks doing. So let's look at me. Or whoa, that's just picks. That is not what we want to see. Let's bring this up here. Pre-draft, draft results. There we go. So here we go. We got draft results. That's just everybody that picked. And I'm curious who was the last one on our draft board. So Dale Robinson for New York Giants, wide receiver, went off right after Jahan Dotson. Before them was Tyrone Tracy Jr. Marvin Mims, that's a decent pick for that late round. And all figures it's the guy next to me here picked. Got Derek Carr, Cam Little, kicker. That had to be an auto draft, but you know, Braylon Allen is probably never really going to get to see much of the field. He's playing behind Brees Hall. The Jets have already said they didn't care what kind of person they brought in, even though they said they're going to try to share the backfield. When at the end of the day, Brees Hall's healthy. He is the back. He is the back receiver. He is the third down back. He is everything that team wants. That's why he was number 2 running back last year. And yes, he was still 100 points behind McCaffrey in fantasy in any kind of format you want to see. Still number 2 running back. So it's nothing to kind of shake off and say. So when the man's healthy, he is healthy. I was really high on Rashawn Johnson. Used to play with Texas, played behind Bijan. I don't think he's going to be the guy anymore. I'm kind of losing hope. But Ray Davis, I do believe, is going to be special. That's only people I pick. You notice that? Everybody I pick is special.
Oh, yeah, they're special. All right.
How dare someone pick my Bo Nix? I was hoping he stayed on the waiver wire in case I decided to go get him. Someone got Bo Nix. Round 18, pick 8th in the round. But I think it's interesting. I want to see the grades. That's what I was looking for. I thought there was a thing that showed us the grades here, but maybe I was wrong.
It says right
Draft
now.
grades. Here we go.
It's right now they're still being processed.
Still being processed. So before I release the show, I will make sure I go in here and get the draft grades, and I'll just have it tagged at the end. And because this is a pre-recorded show, but you know what day we're recorded because we're talking about the Notre Dame game, and it's still in the. Well, let's just start at the second quarter. Oh man, 6-6.
Ooh.
Field goal. This is the wonder we were going to play in. It's no one getting across that end zone yet. That is some defensive play, which that Marcus Freeman's a defensive guy. At the end of the day, that man's defense. So yes, Notre Dame probably has one of the, like we've always talked that Notre Dame maybe had defense, but I think it's legit now. I think that guy's making it legit. He's probably, they're playing Texas A&M. That's an SEC school. They're not, it's not a wash. It's not like a walk in the park school to play. So they're showing up. Oh, I hate to see someone go down like that, but it happened. All right. So that's the draft. It was fun. I was excited. It's going to be interesting. And we'll stop this part here so I don't forget. That's huge right there. That's going to take a minute for the computer to process. That's why I wanted to go ahead and stop it. So you and me did our pick'ems for college. So we'll review that after the weekend. I think you're doing pretty well right now. I don't know how I'm doing. I hadn't looked, but I know a lot of the picks that I did pick are doing well.
Right.
We got the NFL season kicking off. Actually starts this Thursday. On what day is it? Tell you, just don't tell me. Don't tell me. It's on the 5th, September 5th. So this weekend is Saturday 31st. College is getting through week 1. We had week 0. I think the biggest shock of week 0 was Georgia Tech against Florida State. What a game. It wasn't like a blowout. It wasn't like something went wrong. It was just a good game all around. Any given Saturday, you can get beat. And that goes with the NFL too. So I think me and Austin's going to do some picks on over and unders for wins, and then who we're going to pick weekly. We're going to use the ESPN app to track it so it's easier on us so we don't have to do our own spreadsheets and go back and forth. Are you good with that, Austin?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And we'll share our results and let you know who we picked and who we didn't. And this way we can't change it. You guys can see it for real. It's like you can't go in ESPN and change stuff like that. Once you set it and it's played, it's locked.
Hey, they got the draft grades up.
Oh, they do. They do. They
Yeah.
do. Okay. Well, I've done already. I'll have to hold on. Let me
Yeah.
bring it up. Let me go over it. Oh, get the calendar down. I didn't know. I was wondering if it was going to do a long time or short time. Let me go back. Look, Austin's on top of stuff. Let's see here. Draft results. There we go. Draft grades. Hold on one second. Okay. I'm not going to say nothing until I turn this on because that's going to be tape 2 that goes with tape 1. So I like how they do it at Ave. Okay, so the Wrecking Crew. Oh wow! Again, they put me at D.
Oh.
So let me tell you a little secret. I have been rated
Oh.
D many times by Yahoo. Even the year I won the championship, I was rated D. So I'm good with that. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I picked Bijan,
Well,
Brandon
apparently,
Ayuk, Nico. Yeah, it's not a
apparently,
good.
apparently, I did
Well,
pretty well
apparently,
by what this says.
Well, I'm looking at yours right now.
Apparently,
So
apparently, I did pretty well by
Our
what
A
this
drafters was
says.
Derek. I mean, Dazzling Team, the Bandits, and the Hammer Sharks with this Austin over there. Then our B rated teams was the team that's called This Is a B. And Soggy Bottom Boys. I guess B kind of gave them a B rating. And then the C's, we had a couple teams rated C's. It's third shift, oil and water. That oil and water was the champion last year. And the other contender that played for the championship was the Bandits. It looks like, and I was in the top 4 last year, even though I lost my first 7 games. So it can happen. Then you got your D's, which is the Jackalopes Spectacular Team, the Phenomenon, the Wrecking Crew, and I'm gonna get that. You know what? We all got a D, but I think last year we had an F, and I don't think we have an F this year, so that is good. Draft projection standings. They expect Dazzling Team to be 12-2. They expect my team to be 2-12. Let's prove them wrong. Old Hammer Shark over here is going to be 10-4. Let's prove him wrong. I don't think it's going to be more like 4-10.
Okay.
Oil and water. I will tell you right now. I think oil and water will probably be
Okay.
higher than what they're giving them. Yeah, we're going to have to play this one out. Draft day power rankings. Again, they're going to throw me down at 11. How dare them? I'm fine with that. You want to disrespect me? At the end of the day, we're going to see where I stand. I mean, this is the reason why I started this, like wanted to be in a podcast, because it's all opinionated. And I've been rated so many, I always wondered why. How can you win a championship and still be rated D and an F?
Right.
How is that possible? And you guys are experts, but then when you at the end of the year, you come back and say, I did a great job.
Right.
I'm just an optimistic. I'm a guy that's looking at rankings. I'm not looking at your opinions. So I'm sorry. This is all based on ADP, average draft position, definition, opinion. We all got them. Thank God for that. Wow. They got a lot to write up about Zamir White. How dare them? That's going to be a great running back. They need to get their stuff together. But no, I love this. I mean, the ADP, and see, like I said, they're doing an ADP analysis. So on an ADP analysis, this is where I'm at. As I said in all these shows, we're just giving you guys our opinion and our advice. You don't have to use it. You don't have to take it. But if it helps you out, that's great. And please, if you like the stuff we put out, please hit the like button and subscribe. And I want to also thank all the viewers out there that have joined and subscribed to our channel. We are now up to 1,406, I believe. And we just started back in February of this year. So we're pretty fresh and new out there. Me and Austin's not been on the market that long, and we're not very high dollar either. So I mean, if you guys want to buy into it, watch it, do it. I mean, it's some great entertainment. I think we give what we can give and enjoy. So definitely don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. Wow. All right, I'm gonna go to bed thinking of a D again. I think everybody
Nah.
a D. I'm a star, but I'm a D. But I'm good with that. I'm
That's
good with
funny.
that. So what do you always say about the show?
Make sure you share because sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. We are going to be dropping a lot of middle shows. I know we've always released Wednesdays, and this show will be out Wednesday. This will be the last draft. I might release it a day early. I might release it Tuesday night. Um, Try to get it out there before the NFL. We'll try to get back on if we need to do some sit and goes. Do you have any advice for anybody out there for their first week in the NFL? Who's your give me the one guy that you think is just going to be that's not really out there that you should have in a starting position?
Oh. Oh. Well, there's so many though. Um,
Just give me the first one to come to your mind.
Lad McConkey.
Oh, that was one of mine too, Lad McConkey.
I I have a lot of. I can see that offense going through him.
So I'm gonna go ahead and ride the Austin wagon on that, and I'm not going to give you another player because I think that is probably the best sleeper advice that any show could give you right now. I mean, we all know Jaden Daniels is going to start. He's going to be a star. So that's not really news to say, oh, start Jaden Daniels. And it's not really news to say start Marvin Harris. But to say start Lad McConkey, that's newsworthy. So at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, if you have him and he's on your bench from the Dynasty Football Maniacs, get him on that starting bench. See how he does his first week. And I hope we give you guys good advice. And I hope he does great for you. And if you don't have him, I'm sorry you're going to lose this week. That's all I have to say. I mean, I'm good. So sharing is caring.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you say. All right.
Yep.
See you guys soon. And we will always try to hit you guys up before football starts on Thursday. You got the Thursday, the Friday, the Saturday, the Sunday. Oh my God, it's all between. Football's here. Get crazy.
Oh, and don't forget Mondays.
Oh, yeah. Monday night football. Oh my.